He believed there was a great mystery about art, that how it operated and how it affected you was something no one has ever adequately explained. Like, why did two colors juxtaposed have an impact and two other colors do nothing?
I think of Jim and Charlotte as two of the real pioneers. Not only that they pioneered in coming out here at a time when there weren't that many artists in the area, but also pioneered in their vision, in the way they approached art, approaching it in this.
We know here in Springs, which is really ground zero for art in not only the East Hampton market, but the Long Island market, the New York market, the United States market, the world market. Springs is a center and focal point of the development of art in
James Brooks and Charlotte Park were two of the artists who came to prominence in New York City immediately after World War II. These artists had been looking at Cubism, looking at Surrealism, looking at the School of Paris, which was the height of modern art at the time, and trying to figure out how to do something that would put American art on the map. And what they came up with was what we now know as Abstract Expressionism.
They were such sweet, gentle people, and they lived, their lives were totally built around art.
And when Jackson and Lee moved out here, they invited Jim and Charlotte and all of their friends from the city to come and visit. And that's really how the art colony of Springs began. They bought this land in Springs on Neck Path and moved these two buildings, the cottage and the little shed, to this property in 1957. And of course, in the late 50s, Jim built a purpose-built studio, which is the large building that needs restoration. And Charlotte took over a small building that he'd been using for a studio that had been the original Wainscott post office.
I came over here and I looked at them and I thought, oh my goodness, these are very special things. One, the house, which represents a lot of the old fishermen's houses that got added on to and moved around and whatnot. And then when I saw this fabulous studio that was ultimately built, which I realized was a significant piece of mid-century modern architecture, and started looking at who lived here, and I discovered James Brooks and Charlotte Park, his wife, who were two very, very, very significant mid-century abstract expressionist painters. I thought, this is really exciting.
I think that coming to the place where the art was created, especially abstract art, gives people a very different, very special kind of appreciation of what it's about, what it means, what it represents, because it's not representational. It doesn't represent something that you can specifically identify out there in the world. It's really about feelings and about subjective things. And to see the environment in which it was created gives you a sense of where the inspiration came from, what the artist was thinking and feeling when he or she was producing it. And for the general public, for people who are not that familiar with abstract art, it humanizes it. When you go to see it in the museum, it's detached. It doesn't relate to where it came from or who it came from. But when you see it and you see the environment where it was made, then you get a sense of the people who made it.
People started coming out of the woodwork saying, we've got to save this property. So we had a number of meetings and we thought, let's give our group a name. And so we thought Brooks Park Heritage Project. So our thought is to carry it on in that way and have it open to the community and usable for a variety of purposes. It might include small performances or screenings or art show or lectures, whatever the community wants to do.